So Neris, you think it was Chrono?
He asked if you had the Roni.
I'm back. Alright, I'm back.
Whoops.
Clouds.
Fucking.
I don't want to tank anymore. Help.
I apparently was paralyzed, and I tried to provoke, and it
Not
paralyzed. Sure. It's just a description, a matter of fact. This is gonna be our clear. Yep.
We have put on sufficient clown shoes to finish this fight.
Thunderstorm. What?
Did my orb fall off or something? I'm so upset right now.
Twisters.
Should be okay. Probably. Might be. What? God damn it.
This is a
I don't even
yikes.
know what killed me.
This is a yikes.
And we're gonna clear it. Donuts first. Chain lightning. Thunderstorm.
Crap,
Twisters.
it's out to get-
Second Fury. Look for the safe spot. Have an orb.
Why I have to go so far?
Storm clouds after this. Not back.
LB3.
Chain lightning after this.
That's a trap.
Be careful. Chain lightning.
And then
We're gonna be in trouble in a second. Maybe.
I'm gonna wrap around. here.
I'm gonna give it to the tanks. Just pass it to yourselves.
Thanks.
Twisters.
It was worth it. Here, I'll get you for that.
Man, I don't even want this part, so you can take it back.
I know,
Bullshit,
right?
dude.
Have an orb, have an orb. Safe.
Too many orbs.
Not that many orbs.
There was one hiding on D during
Have an
chain
orb.
lightning.
I'm upset.
I might call it a victory if I didn't get a great parse.
No way.
Still, we never get any rings.
This is annoying.
Does anyone need the necklace? I'm still using a 480. It's not my best in slot, but
I do
stats
need a
are probably
necklace.
nice. Okay, I'm passing then if it's.
It's one of the most in demand, but yeah.
It's my last piece, so I mean,
It's cool. I'll just buy it with tomes. It's my tome one's best in slot. I'm just being lazy.
I still don't have my weapon yet.
I was about to say, like, your tome one ought to be your best in slot since
It
I
definitely
needed
is.
the coffer one.
Yeah, so that's why I'd pass if it was for someone else. I was just gonna take her stats in the meantime. But we don't need really stats right now, so it's alright.
Oh no! Carrot got the necklace.
Aww.
Oh well, I can get it next week.
Do you not have books? I could have gotten it with books. I would have passed.
That's alright. I can get it with
do we
books
have 4
next week.
books now?
Yeah, we just got our
What?
4th book,
Yee.
except for Tam, who has done this more weeks than us.
I'll just
I
go
think,
buy a necklace
maybe.
then.
One more. He had
I-
$4 last week.
I had 6 books 3 weeks ago. That was my 9th book.
Oh, you got a belt, right?
Yeah, I bought the belt. So, and that's cost 6. So next week I'll have enough for my next.
I thought last week was your last Shiva thing to get a,
Oh, I have the thing. I have the tombstone for the weapon. I just don't have enough
allegory.
allegory.
I teleported to Yulmore, so I'll be ready in 20 minutes.
Same.
I mean,
Haven't got
I
my
will-
Trump books yet. Don't have an upgrade for my computer yet.
Alright, I'm starting.
I
to
thought- I thought your computer was doing better after you cleaned it.
Oh, it's doing better, but it's still like probably over a decade old.
Wow, it's older than my computer.
Oh,
It's a dinosaur.
no wonder I was wondering why I was doing slightly less than I was expecting. It's because I had the stupid relic weapon equipped.
Rip.
I'm like, well, I guess who needs those extra 5 item levels?
on the weapon. Yep. Yep, this place took me 5 seconds to load on this SSD.
Where are you guys?
Gilmore.
Oh.
You ready for the super secret SSD technology Sony's developing for the PS5?
No, because any proprietary Sony technology turns out to be garbage. I mean, technically exceptional, but implemented in a way that is completely unuseful.
You mean like the Vita cards or using Pro 2 Duo for the PS?
For the cell architecture. for PS3.
I did my taxes today, so I can get my Trump bucks.
You mean your 2018 taxes?
No, I didn't have to file in 2018.
I thought they were tied to your 2018.
Nope.
Or 2019.
2018 or 2019. If you haven't filed 2019 yet, it's tied to your 2018. If you have filed 2019, it's filed to your 2019. It's tied to your 2019.
Oh, interesting.
But I actually had to do it to get my Trump bucks because I didn't have the file in 2018, so I didn't bother.
Yeah, a bunch of guys I work with are getting theirs, and I'm sitting here not with mine, and I'm upset about it.
I haven't
I
got
might have
mine
to
yet
do
either.
the thing. I don't know if my direct deposit's gonna be correct because we changed bank accounts relatively recently, so it's probably I'm gonna have to give them a new one.
Yeah, that might be an issue.
Yeah, it might go to the one you put into your return.
Oh, that's the new count now, so I'm hoping it depends on if I guess they use my 2018 or 2019 because those would be different bank accounts, but whatever.
You can go into the system and check it now on the IRS website.
Oh, they have that up and running. Okay.
Yeah, supposedly.
Check that out later.
Supposedly.
Hey, I mean, it has to be running better than the Florida unemployment system. Have you
literally every state's unemployment system?
No. States' unemployment, other states are not, most of them are not as bad as Florida. They found out that literally only 2% of contacts had been done by the unemployment office. Because what they did was rather than having the callback system set up or allowing you to be on hold for over a month, they had it set up to where it would just tell you, sorry, lines are busy, we don't have a callback option, call back later. Or the system would crash, or it would be so overloaded that the phone network wouldn't connect. And then
you're basically describing my interaction with the Washington State unemployment system.
Yeah, and then when I finally got through, they tell me to email it to the documentation to confirm my identity to them, and I'm like, so why have I been calling for 2 weeks every day repeatedly only to get kicked back when this should have been listed on the website? And the girl's like, I don't know, sir. I'm like, no, I'm saying this in the abstract, and you should really pass that on to your supervisor, that the mess, because obviously you have no control over this, but that should be in the message that plays rather than, sorry, we can't help you. Or it should be listed on the website in the first place that you should email the documentation, especially if you're not even going to process it over the phone. But yeah, they found that less than 2% of calls had actually been answered. And I've already done my filing for the first 2 weeks, and they still haven't finished processing my application, let alone confirming my identity.
I mean, they have to, like, a person has to actually go through every application, right? There's no automated process for that. So they're going to be bottlenecked on how many applications they can physically look at in a day.
Yeah, I think they're also hampered by the way they've set up their system, because it used to be that you could just say that you went and looked for work, which you don't actually have to do during this. It's waived for like a 6-week period, which will probably be extended. But now what they do, because I had unemployment back when everyone got fucked in 2008. But now they have it where you actually have to report 5 attempts with contact, which is nigh on impossible in the real world, because it's like you just send a resume to a fucking website and they ignore it.
As long as you made the attempt.
Yeah, I clicked on the submit button on Indeed. That's an attempt, right?
No, I mean like, oh, I applied for this job. Send your resume to our website email address or this application form,
That counts.
and hear nothing back.
That counts. As long as you mailed out your resume.
Not necessarily in Florida. Florida's is considered a very restrictive system now.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I do remember that from friends of mine. It's a pretty shit system.
Thank you, GOP. Gotta keep them slackers off.
No, I'm pretty sure this was under, what's his name?
Storm coming up. Knock back with buddies. Splits. That's the Ferro Storm.
So who's calling soccer?
AoE, then first set of tethers. Soccer. Second set of tethers.
Oh, we're cooking.
Jinx it.
Going towards C. Pharaoh Storm. Ooh,
Oh, this is
that's
spicy.
that's awesome.
This is spicy.
Anything healers up north? DPS south. AoE. And pairs with Pharaoh.
I call foul.
Soccer.
My pot.
Southeast. 3.
AoE in the middle with the knockback. Conflict.
Get a super boy.
Get in. Behind.
Why am I dead? Seriously, why am I dead? Oh. Not dead, but... why was I knocked in the air?
Shiva Tethers.
Why am I knocked in the air again?
What?
Holy shit, what
I'm
the fuck's going
literally
on?
on you.
This is a conspiracy.
Tanks and healers first. Tanks and healers nearest up north. DPS.
Not like this. No, it was so spicy.
Oh, that's what it
You can keep this parts too. I don't want it anymore.
does.
The thunderstorms, or not.
Sigh.
That's gross.
Two
gloves.
hands.
What?
So same question as last time. It's not best in slot for me, but I'm using 480s. Does anyone need them?
I mean, I need it to replace my 480s.
Wait, they're not best in slot for you either?
I mean, it is best in slot, but I'm still using a 480.
Oh, well then take one. Does anyone else need them?
I'm greeting him.
Alright, I'll grade them then. I just don't want to take them over anyone that actually needs them.
I said I'm greeting them.
Ah,
But like you're in the same spot then, right?
No.
Oh.
Like, I'm rolling greed just so they don't hit the floor, right? That's the whole idea.
If somebody needs them, they need them.
Somebody will speak up if they really are desperate. Otherwise, just need them.
Alright, well. Clearly nobody else needs them, so.
I guess I'm leveling a tank.
Yay!
Should have passed. I trapped myself.
You gotta spend it now.
I don't. Well, we don't have the tones for like a month. But
Wait. No. You told me 2 fucking days ago that, oh, I don't need to run expert anymore this patch. Hmm?
the plot thickens.
yeah, I probably don't.
Well, now you do.
No. By the time I get to 80 on Paladin, I'll have enough tones. We get 90 to 120 per week.
That's optimistic right there. 120?
Yeah. You don't think
That would be if we
that?
cleared all 4.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's the optimism.
We haven't even finished the ice phase.
No one has faith.
Or the light phase, actually. We finished the first light phase. We haven't finished the light.
Yeah, we haven't gotten past the jump.
Faust?
There is no Faust.
Oh,
It's all
Yeah,
the
fight.
tower
There-
light
there-
phase.
there's- There's no Faust, and as I understand it, there is a third form, though I haven't seen it.
Neither have I. And although I have seen something else,
Let me guess. Ads.
no.
I mean, we had the crystal thing. Those are like ads.
That is true. That is true.
There's going to be a surprise after the ads.
Of course there is.
Surprise!
That's not a surprise.
There's more mechanics
Oh, wait.
after the end
Does
of
she
the fight.
actually get naked?
What?
She does that in the middle of the whole fight. Several times. But you gotta look away.
Only when she's changing to light. Because that one's blinding. The other one's not.
The other one, you have to look at it so that you can get some cool shades because it gives you the darkness status.
Oh, I wish there was like something to toggle that in this game.
You can get the cool shades whenever you get blind, just like they
Yes.
show up on your character.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to find a specific materia on a specific retainer. That's
Ooh.
not the summoning bell. That's a delivery Moogle.
I do get to upgrade my last left side gear today, though.
Aren't you lucky?
Oh, unless I want to use it to upgrade my weapon after I get it. Oh no. Oh no. Choices. I should probably wait to use it on the weapon. Damn it.
Well, now that I got those gloves, I am definitely buying a twine.
Actually, never mind. I shouldn't wait
No.
to use it on the weapon.
Twine is from the 4. I would be buying a glaze.
I should definitely use it on the armor. Never mind. Talk myself out of it.
You're gonna get a weapon upgrade either next week or the week after, just from the drops.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, you are guaranteed it.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
I still haven't gotten my weapon upgrade.
Well, you
Well,
should be
so-
this week.
Yeah, and then
And then there are 2 tanks.
yeah, so he's gonna be one of the next 2, maybe.
No. I'm the next one, and then there's 2 tanks.
He means 2 tanks after 2 weeks after tonight.
Yeah, the next one is tonight.
Right.
So either next week or the week after, I should get it.
Yeah, that's what I said. No.
No, you said the next one, which would be
Tonight.
as soon as we go into this dungeon right now.
And that's not what I heard.
Okay, so when I say next Friday, do you think that's this Friday or next week Friday?
Next Friday is ended.
Next week's Friday.
It
would
would be
be-
this Friday. Because
Oh,
that's the
that'd
next
be-
Friday.
That'd be this coming Friday.
Oh my god. And this is such a cultural thing also, like
Yeah, I would interpret it as next week's Friday.
alright, I'm ready.
But I do acknowledge the
But
possible.
it's
And then don't forget the Friday after next, because movie.
Well, the problem is that like there's already a term for the Friday of this week. And that's this Friday. Right. So I don't know. That's why I like
Let's have
next as being next week's Friday.
let's have the college professor weigh in on this discussion.
I noticed that she has stayed out of this.
What? Well,
Although I don't think that there is an officially correct answer.
I don't either, but I mean, why would you have it this Friday? If it also meant next Friday, if this and next Friday were in the same week.
You wanna know what's really fucked up? When you say this time in Japanese, you're actually talking about the next time.
Does that imply possibly far future as well?
It implies that it's gonna happen sometime in the nearish future. It's like
Okay.
whenever we would say, "Hey, next time I see you," they would say, "This time I see you."
Right. Like if it was
Even though
Saturday and it's like, hey, next raid. Even though it's like 3 days away.
I mean, they would say it, for instance, like if you're like saying goodbye or whatever after a party, like I'll see you next time. Only they'll say, "I'll see you this time."
Okay, now that's weird. If
This time means
if the
next
past
time.
tense is still
That just-
ongoing.
That just makes it sound like an idiomatic expression rather than a direct translation.
Well, one thing you have to keep in mind is Japanese doesn't have a future tense.
It's also things like bi-weekly. Does that mean 2 times a week?
No, that's a whole separate conversation. Not going there.
It's just as bad.
Bi-monthly both means 2 times a month and once every other month.
Yeah, it's in the definition. Both of them.
Blue first. Blue first again. And red first last time.
Oops. I'll get you. Nope. Somehow I got in your stack.
Wow. 40k left over after the first hit? That's a lot.
Did you use cooldowns?
No. Just home gang.
Away with thee.
Stop rescuing me.
Uh-huh. This might be a trap.
Man, Scholar is such a ghetto class. You actually have to cast summon the Oath. Cast bar.
I mean, I can slip cast it, but then I won't have slip cast for res. Well, I only have mana for it. Oh wait, what?
Kara, watch out.
Okay, you're like, what?
I hadn't even hit any buttons yet.
Well, this is
At
100%.
this rate, we're gonna need
trap.
Limit Break 3.
I don't have mana to res. Not to mention.
I'm hitting this decline button. I fell for this like twice already.
Alright. Yeet.
Whee! Bye.
At least me and Salento have the same idea.
You're just like sending little messages to each other, like wink, wink on the count of 3.
Did everybody else die to the stack?
Unfortunately. Notice
You-
too late.
You can't see it, but that's actually how tanks always have been communicating. They only say things out loud for your benefit.
I might hit 175,000 health. Might. Only 28,000 that time.
You weren't standing in the asylum.
Silent doesn't understand.
Oh, doesn't?
Healing.
Increases
Oh.
healing. But only healing actions, not including a silent, right?
Who's first? Blue again. And then red.
Gross, I got left.
I was trying something for science. Unfortunately, science demands some sacrifices.
I'll need help.
Okay? I know.
At least the last one, either of us will be able to embalm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important thing.
Is it?
It
It's
is.
size. Oh, that's important, though.
It's the most important. Oh man, I'm just getting lucky.
Oh, the 1 inch outside that ice.
No, I did not.
Not gonna have shake.
I don't have anything either, actually. 10 seconds left.
All better to build LB.
That's a lot of LB.
My, what big damage you have, Grandma.
All the better to one-shot you with.
Almost ran the wrong way.
I'm white.
Does that mean I'm far back?
Your top. Oh, we're screwed.
Oh no, placeholder. Oh, not like this. Oh, it's only me that dies.
I'm fine.
But are we really?
You put mitigation on the white stack? You tried
What about the black stack?
Wait, how did the black stack?
Is there only 3 of us?
But I have the white stack.
Don't worry about it.
Red is black.
Right here into the middle.
The middle. Red stays black.
Oh no, I got swift.
Now blue is black. It's mine, Konana. Don't touch it.
That's a danger.
I'm going second, Garrett.
Stack up. Two empties.
Got arrow.
Alright, next set.
Tylee's going second.
I'm going second.
Stack up.
That was up.
Whole bunch of empty waves. Especially since we did the ad phase real quick.
What do we get? No. Alright. Well, I guess the Astra's carrots.
I'll pass on the twine.
Can you buy something with 4 of these books?
Should be
With the green ones, yes.
Twine arrestor.
Yeet.
You don't need them for something like pants or something?
8 for pants.
I would wait for the drop. I mean,
You're definitely gonna get the drop. Sorry, you are likely to get the drop before you are to get 8.
That's fair.
There's an S rank.
What?
On with an 18. Well, guess I'll get mine next week.
Fuck yeah. Those are crit skill speed.
There's 2 S ranks?
No, the Halo is where we were.
Oh.
I don't know if we can get there in time, but I'm gonna try.
Looks like it's down in the valley. No, it's somewhat above it.
I'll go to the bathroom while you do that.
See, this is why you never get S ranks, because you don't even try.
You still here?
So, Garrett,
Yes.
I, for the first time, actually looked at the new cards for Ikoria, is it? Is that how you pronounce the plane? Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain this mutate mechanic to me, because I don't understand the
So you
on top or on bottom.
So this is okay. Imagine this: you have like a creature, and then you take a card and you stick it. Like you treat the creature almost like an aura, where you have
Okay.
like the text box showing, like underneath. You're kind of like fanning out your cards, so you can read all of the text boxes of the creatures that are underneath it, and they get to add their text box. But you use the power and toughness of the top card.
Does it change their name or their typing or anything like that too?
Only the top card. Only the top card. The only thing it adds is the contents of the text box.
Okay,
Should
so
we take our break?
yeah, Midori's in the bathroom too. So the card type, like, does the monster change? Like, if I fuse a fox with a parrot, is the new monster a fox parrot?
No, it's only the text box. Only the
Interesting.
rules text.
And so
Your
they carry
fox
over
now
all
has
the, like,
parrot skills, but it is not.
so
a
they get
parrot.
trample or flying or whatever it would be, and
Yeah.
then their actual stats get added to it.
Yes.
Sounds like a good way to get
What?
blown by removal.
What kind of monster parrot has trample?
A giant one. Jesus.
I mean, Stormcrow and Alliances had trample. And so,
I don't think that's true.
thought it did. There was a blue flying bird in Alliances that had it.
I think
A lot of old cards had stuff that was not flavor. Sometimes they did it
Silver
deliberately.
Urn is what you're thinking about. Yes. A 2/2 with flying and trample. It's very important that you can get that extra point of damage when they block with their scrib sprites. And that was from Icy.
So yeah, I'm imagining the set will be fun at pre-release, but in standard it seems like it's just gonna be miserable because you're gonna try to invest. I mean, for the same reason auras and enchantments and stuff are terrible, right? Is you just get blown out constantly by.
I mean, there are some things that reward mutating, but yeah, it's probably not going to be the strongest standard mechanic. You know, just like play value creatures.
Value creatures is almost always the answer, isn't it?
Well, as a control player, I actually like when that's the meta because I tear people apart. You can play all the value creatures you want. So I guess I should be thankful for that. It's better than the control mirror meta that we had for like the last couple of months.
Yeah, I don't know if mid range is coming back. I am not.
That's fun.
Cognizant of that kind of thing enough to make educated statement.
That's kind of always been the problem with the game of Magic, is that card advantage is just fundamentally it's just such a strong part of the game.
Well, for the last, I don't know, decade or so now, they've gone down this path of not printing good answers, but printing really good threats. And so a lot of games these days just evolve into like these mid-range grind fests, which I don't particularly enjoy. Like, I wish, at least in standard, mind you, like the modern formats and I guess Pioneer 2 are more
It
less
ebbs and flows. There's definitely been times when there have been, like, I mean, Fatal Push and stuff like that. You know, like really good and really good cheap answers.
But then you look at creatures like Questing Beast or Planeswalkers like Oko, and it's like they're making these insanely powerful cards, and the answer for it is like Mystical Dispute. Like, I have to main deck Mystical Dispute to stop from losing on turn 2. Now, granted, all that got banned for good reason, but the fact that it got printed at all in the first place is what's surprising to me. Like, they seem to really want to push out these permanent-based strategies, and so you don't really see a lot of combo or I guess Storm's not really a thing anymore in standard, but like fun fringe decks because they just get eaten alive. Even aggro's feeling it. Like, it's hard for aggro decks that are really low to the ground to get past a wall of like cheap, easy to cast creatures like green and black and shit.
The Dominaria Mythical Championship was defined by aggro. It was like, okay, are you running mono red aggro or are you running red white aggro? Goblin Chain Whirler.
That was with Chain Whirler, right? Yeah, that card was busted.
I'm still kind of sad that like one of my favorite combo decks in the game came out at the same time as Affinity. I just love the Krark Clan Ironworks combo.
Oh yeah,
and it was just like the fact that it came out at the same time as Affinity just totally ruined everything. Because Affinity was so fucking good that they were just like everybody had to counter Affinity. So Krark Clan Ironworks just was naturally countered by that.
If I remember correctly, relatively recently, like maybe a year or two ago, KCI was tearing up the modern scene. Did they ban or parts of it to stop it from dominating as much as it did? I don't know if you'd be familiar, Garrett.
No, I wouldn't be.
Sorry, I was researching something. What was the question?
Did Krark Clan Ironworks get banned in modern?
What I liked about that deck was that it was a combo deck, but everything was like a permit, right? So the opponent could like see the counter going up, and they could do stuff about it fairly easily because there was a million anti-artifact shit.
It wasn't just oops, I win like some combo decks have.
Right, like surprise.
Like, oh, you thought you were winning, but you tapped out and I win.
Yeah, and then like
Yes,
You
oops, all
think-
berries.
yeah, and like the other good thing about it is that like because it was a permanent, it's like they could severely slow you down with removal, but they might not quite have enough to stop you before you go off.
So
To answer your question, Kark Clan Ironworks was banned in Modern, but it was never banned when it was in Standard.
right, it was banned relatively recently though, right? 'Cause I remember seeing that it
2019.
was. Yeah, it was dominating Modern for a good bit. You missed your boat on that one, Select.
Man,
So, and don't get me wrong, I love the card. I have been barred. Well, I don't have the deck anymore. My commander deck was a Brea deck, and that was a key part of the combo. Was Krog Clan, and my friends stopped liking playing against that deck for good reason, I guess, because every one of our games ended up being either a 3v1 to kill me, or if they don't focus on me, I just win on turn like 6 or something.
You know, it's
that is the nature of the combo.
self-balancing format, right? It's when you're the asshole, it turns into archenemy, and if you're playing a deck that's strong enough, then whatever, it might be interesting.
Yeah, I really miss Commander. Every time I think about it, I'm like, man, I wish I didn't get rid of all my decks.
I still have, if you count decks that I have like retired, but have not yet taken apart, I still have like 13 decks.
Are they ever gonna bring that to Arena, like a Commander format, or at least keep Brawl like all the time? Did they ever do that? I remember that was a big point of contention for them, that you could only do it on Wednesday.
I don't see anything about Commander on Arena.
That's sad, because as much as I enjoy Brawl, it's not nearly the same kind of enjoyment you get out of Commander.
Yeah, and Brawl has its own problems. I mean, part of the reason I think is like the card pool for Arena is not large enough, really. It's like you would be playing Pioneer Commander, sort of by default, if you're playing on Arena.
Yeah.
So the difference between Brawl and Commander, or even Pioneer Brawl, is pretty low.
Pioneer Brawl might be interesting. I
It is
don't
interesting.
know
Like,
what are they doing with Historic? I don't get it.
What was that?
What is the point of Historic, and why aren't they just bringing Pioneer to Arena?
Sorry. Not sure what you're talking about.
So, Historic was like an arena-only format that went back like 3 sets or something, whereas Pioneer is like the next-gen Modern, right? So, unless I missed something, did they
think-
add Pioneer to Arena?
I think Historic was created specifically for Arena, so that people had a way to play the cards that they got when they started playing Arena that rotated out. That's why Historic exists.
But wouldn't Pioneer also just fill that role and give
Yes.
more?
Yes.
So it seems like they
Pioneer
went out of
is-
their way to make
like,
like a bridge.
Historic, it was sort of a stopgap, right? Because there is such a difference between the paper format and the digital offerings, right? Because Arena sort of exists at a point in time. There's like pre-Arena, and then there's Arena, and like Arena has not, except for with the what was it, the secret drop or whatever cards, has not added cards to Arena that existed pre-Arena. Like there was the cards that were in the beta, which was Amonkhet. But anything before that, like Kaladesh, Khans, Old Theros, etc., those do not exist. But none of those cards are like weird enough that they need to have special treatment that would preclude them from being implementable. Like, one of the reasons why you can't really expect them to implement the entire MitGo back catalog on Arena is that, like, some of those cards are just like handcrafted fucking like piles of jank in terms of like rules execution.
Like Saharazad or whatever that card is.
Even if you take out cards that are like actually straight up banned, like just cards that are technically legal to play, they're junk. Like execution wise, they make no sense, or they would require special user interface. They built all those special user interfaces to make sure that they work in Magic Online, but they are hesitant to add a lot of those things to Arena because accessibility is supposed to be one of the key points, and also like you don't want to steal development time for implementing new cards and new sets and new mechanics to go implement old ones that are mostly appreciated by a very small subset of the player base.
So I know you don't really deal much with the Arena, but I don't know if you'd know this. Is the idea then to like use Historic as the sort of bridge while they're getting Pioneer set up on Arena, like while they're putting all those cards in, getting them working, and then eventually phase
even
it
if
out?
I did, I'm gonna have to take whatever that thing is. Like, even if I knew, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I gotcha. You're under NDA. Okay.
Like, unless it has been stated in a public announcement, I can't really talk about that kind of
I
stuff.
gotcha. That makes sense. Well,
I'm sure that they're working on legacy stuff or keeping their flexibility in mind as they implement new stuff. But
I'm ready now. Wait, no, I'm not. Put materia in this.
it would seem silly if they didn't bring Pioneer to Arena at some point. Historic doesn't seem like it has the legs to really keep the older sets.
Right. And once again, keep in mind that Historic was a Arena only format. It is not a format that exists in paper or in Magic Online. It was
Oh, interesting. So they don't do any sanctioned tournaments for Historic at all on paper.
correct. It is only sanctioned for Magic Arena, and it's only for people who are playing that format on Arena.
Interesting.
I'm not going to lie. I've always been very intrigued by the technical difficulties that Magic Online deals with.
Oh yeah,
Considering how the code is.
you know Matt Gregory, right?
Yeah, I've talked to him about it some.
Yeah, like he was the person who had to implement those things. Like
Yeah, I know.
in the rules engine team.
Yeah, we talked about it some. And it was interesting.
Yeah, usually whenever a new set comes out, I would ask him like, so what cards gave you a headache this time? It's like, well, so there's one card and it asks you to put your cards into 3 piles, and that technology does not exist.
Right. There's a lot of things that it's easy to just write down on paper, even if they make sense realistically. Like you're like, this is a whole concept that we've literally never had an interface for, and then you have to implement it in a way that it's reusable, so that if any other card ever says it again, you don't have to rewrite everything.
Okay, I am ready. I have, for what it's worth, I gained 5 item levels today.
What are you at?
498.
498? How the hell
Nice.
did you pass me?
Well, I mean, I got enough tomes to buy the chest, and I replaced a 480 ring, or earring, whatever. I bought another twine. I upgraded my pants. Upgraded my book.
Spicy.
Yeah, I actually have 2 more item levels I can put on, but I'm not actually sure if they're better yet. I'm sure that they probably are just for the main stats, but I don't want to lose that skill speed.
So what I'm saying is next week we need to not fuck up and die so that I can get a spicy parse.
See,
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about the first 2 fights.
skill speed is something you don't want to lose because screwing up your opener is worse than having more main stats.
He's like, oops, I just missed a fell cleave.
Does Nearest know our current strat for this?
Yes, we spent all of last week teaching that one guy just to get to not even as far as we. I don't
Yeah.
think we changed anything.
Last week was pretty much just practice.
But to remind people what we were doing, the people who have tethers to balls are taking the second tower. If your ball is C, let's suppose Ifrit has the ball and the ball is at C, Ifrit will be taking the north tower over on this side in the back, and I can't move Eos, but if Eos is tethered to B, Eos will run through the middle of the arena. Eos has already wiped the raid. Eos, what are you doing? Alright, Eos is going to go to the middle, drag the ball from B to the middle while running towards D. Eos, go. And then Eos is going to share the tower with Ifrit.
Oh my god, Eos.
Eos is too close to Ifrit. They just killed each other.
Oh, right. Other side.
And then as soon as the tower goes off, they spread out a little bit so that they don't hit each other with their explosions while they take the.
Eos just killed the number 1 tower. Yeah, if you don't spread out, you'll kill the tower people.
Hang on, what did you just say, Garrett, about EOS?
I said that Eos wiped the raid like 3 times.
Did Eos have the ball at B or the ball at D?
The ball at B. So
Okay.
this time Ifrit has the ball at B. Ifrit is going to go drag the ball to the middle by running towards D, and then juke to the north tower, and then spread out. Yeah, the cones should be if Ifrit's taking the 1 tower, Ifrit can just stay in the 1 until right after the shit goes off, and then you move just like a couple of inches so that the cones give a little bit more space to the people who are taking the balls.
Yeah, we had some bad experiences with this, with people moving too far. You cannot move too far. Like, you cannot move half a square in addition to outside the square towards BD. It's just too far, and you'll clip each other and die.
Yeah, also, you have more room to walk out from each other if we correctly make a square pattern, because then we're not trying to do a little crisscross where it's going the longer distance across the diagonal. And that means that if necessary, like if we get a correct square, you could stand about there and not break the tethers. But that's about as far as you can go. You don't get a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah, I would just recommend standing like here. This is as far as you can go. God damn it.
Oh, you found it.
I found it the exact inch. But don't cones go up before the tower goes off? That's the whole problem.
No, I think the cones go off after the second tower.
Do they?
Yes,
Okay.
they go off a little bit after.
Oh,
That one spread out a little bit.
Wait, after the second tower.
After the
After the second tower, yes. The first tower, they go off around the same time.
Okay.
So you have enough time if you wait until exactly when the second tower goes off to move a bit so that you aren't clipping the ball people.
Alright, let's get further. Plus Ultra.
Purus Ultra. Sarami.
Is it just me, or is that show coming out super slowly? I don't know. I've never been watching it, but it's just like I feel like I check back and it's like there's never a new episode except randomly, occasionally.
It's every week.
Is it really? Okay.
When it's in season, they get about 2 seasons a year.
Probably just not paying attention to whether it's in season or not. Front.
North out.
Oh, that's right. You just ulted anyway.
I mean, you still have to take it.
I just meant I was using
Look away.
and stuff.
Get in.
Yeah, that's really close. Okay. That line is a betrayer. Sometimes it's safe, sometimes it's not. Oh, what?
I barely touched that orb. It like caught the frill of my shirt.
Everybody is dodging to the right when you're dodging balls, right?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Okay. I know the last time I wiped, I think, and I dodged left for some reason. So that was my fault. But...
Oh, jeez, holy cow. Let me just... My defense is spicy. Oh, shoot. Oh.
I'm fine.
Ugh.
I'm fine. See, I'm fine.
Front. No, so you can't blame it on a mistake. You gotta find some way to blame it on him. Like, well, based off of tonight's previous performances.
Want to stop again?
That works. It's so terrifying.
Look away. Oh, that's some bullcrap. I'm getting hit by this.
Yeah.
Oh no, my parse.
Oh.
Oh fuck! I got the wrong one. Everyone's dead.
Oops, I moved out too far.
No, I got confused with somebody else. I pulled my ball in the wrong direction. This is the thing that I really dislike about the mechanics in this game, is when you and somebody else have a clearly have a mind meld, right? Doing exactly the same thing. You can't tell that, like, oh shit, that's not on me. And like, because of the orientation of the camera and shit, I couldn't see the tether, so it was covered up by all the other light shit on the screen. I think I just need to do like a little triple take Z in the middle. Just to make sure I know which tether's on me. Back.
East-west. Look away. Get out.
Oh, it's so fast.
We need him up for this.
Yeah. Guess we're just.
Rip.
Who's got double?
It's me.
Front. South.
Behind.
Away. Get out.
On the one hand, maybe it doesn't matter that people are admitting that they know who screwed up or why, but it's probably important that somebody knows that somebody screwed up and why.
All I know is it looked like I did it right.
I just bet, like, I don't want to have a system
Sorry.
of, like, people, like, have to admit shame that they were the one who caused the wipe, but just pulling endlessly, I have a feeling is, if something is confusing people, we probably need to analyze it. If it's not clear. I don't know any other way to decide whether or not something is clear than for somebody to admit it. Does anybody else think this is important?
I agree. I think that we, at very least, need to identify, like, we don't need to call out names, but, like, what mechanic was the one that failed? Like, that was a failure of somebody who was in the towers. Like, a tower got clipped by whatever. And if you were in a unique position to know who messed it up because it was you, then, you know, you can at least tell people what failed without, you know, like, don't keep it to yourself.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like there's so much going on there. The only person who knows what wiped us is the person who wiped us.
That's often true.
It's like I can't see anything except for what's like. It's so bright.
Yeah. Like that time, like I don't know, something on the other side of the arena happened. I don't know, it wasn't me that time, but yeah.
From the sound of it, like I can't see anything, right? I can only hear things. It seems like the sounds like something exploded.
So ACT
I mean,
will tell you what mechanic
People
was failed.
explode.
Knowing which mechanic failed is the easy part. It's knowing
Yeah.
why it failed is the hard part.
Exactly.
So-
Like I don't care that somebody like. It's not important that somebody admits that they made a mistake. It's important that somebody knows what went wrong there, and that the person who made the mistake or was involved in the mistake acknowledges it, what happened, even if it's not something that's their fault, right? Like I've been clipped by balls before as a person in the tower. I'm like, well, all right, well, somebody with the ball clipped, the person who had the ball at B clipped me when they went to the tower or something. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the best way to communicate that in the most blameless way possible, but people need to be aware they made a mistake. So
For the first
Just
set
do
of
your
towers, are the people with chains like supposed to care about the balls, or are we just assuming that
No.
they're not going to be?
you assume that you don't get hit. If you do get hit, it's because somebody did what I did on the first pull, which is I thought I had the C ball and I actually had the B ball, and I drug it through the 2 tower.
So then, if a ball gets dragged into you,
Yes,
Like,
call out which ball it was.
mention that. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Exactly.
I'm definitely not going to move if I'm in a chain.
If you have a chain and you move to avoid the ball, you're going to break your chain. And then it's your fault.
I didn't see anything necessarily wrong with the north and
I know that the north side
Side.
was fine because we all got damaged down, so something
Alright.
happened
Just-
that on the south side.
The goal here moving forward is just if you can see any mechanic that's not being done right, either it's ball being dragged to your tower or you clipped the ball, just make sure that you call out that we know it. That we know what it was. Shoot. Because I've been clipped by a couple balls, and like it happens. But as long as you know, somebody knows what happened, that's the important part.
Kanata, why you gotta do this?
What?
Posting our shame logs?
Oh, our third one wasn't a shame log.
yeah, it was.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, shit, I got 10 on the first one. God damn it. I died 3 times? I think I died 3 times.
Oh, I'm on here. It's got a nice solid 80. While still sick. Like, what?
Look, 80. Imagine you're an Asian parent. 80 is not good enough.
I
Why didn't you
Try
get an
and-
orange parse? Your cousin got an orange parse.
We might have done a few reses. Oh, are you actually just gonna be back there?
So I'm betting on the 50-50. 50% of the time my parse will be better. Because I won't be losing any of my ley lines during this, and I won't have to move.
Nice.
So this is a good example. So this will only work half.
Are you sure? Okay. Oh, it runs out. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's nit.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
upset.
what?
Alright, so I still need to work on my spacing a little bit. We're on the right track.
Calculated. Are you sure that's it? Oh, it's totally safe.
Oh, what?
Well, this is really unfortunate.
East west.
I
Actually,
feel like I
this
need
is
to be
fine.
alive for this mechanic, right?
No,
I'm
you
just gonna
don't.
chill.
Yeah, just chill. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I am so dead.
No.
No, we're so dead.
Gonna smash this decline button, don't mind me.
Oh, it's still hitting Talit's dead body. Damn it. Apparently
It
it
doesn't
didn't
kill
have
him.
enough after you were dead, Talit. It didn't want
this
to
is
keep
definitely gonna kill
hitting
me.
you. Since when did the bosses start double tapping?
When they started double slapping.
Double tapping. Like hitting people after they were dead.
Who's typically the fastest on the front side? I need a manip target.
Who need the fastest?
I'll probably be there.
Like the fastest to get in the correct position that I can shoot
Tank.
the manip.
No.
No, probably me. I'm one
Oh,
of the
you
first
mean
people.
like
You're
all the way
south
to
and east.
here?
Or your Aura or healer.
Yeah, I'm definitely not it. Gotta finish them casts.
I gotta get all the melees in as
It's me or Kanata. because we usually get up there around the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Nearest is probably casting something.
I can go there early.
Like a loser.
Get a load of this guy casting stuff.
Global cooldowns.
See, I don't need the shield anymore because I just got like extra 6,000 health.
Yep. Watch as this does about, I think about 8,000. 7,000. Oh. Or you would have.
It's more than 100.
Yeah. If you didn't have that, you'd be at like 1,000. Oh, you used the wrong cooldown. Oops.
Behind.
Yeet.
Oh, spicy. Lasts a little longer.
I can do it on the first one, that'll be fine. I've been putting the light ons in on the second triple cast, and I can just do it on the first instead.
Oh, south.
Where's that second heal on camp coming?
Probably from Tam.
Oh.
I mean, he plays warrior. I don't know. They heal themselves all the time.
Yeah.
McCoy.
It's just like spontaneous healing.
Get in.
Placeholder, square.
No one's in the south.
Midori went to the.
I got
Two
to the
things.
tower, but I didn't run out in time.
You came from the wrong tower.
Oh, well.
The other thing I noticed, and I won't
No!
pull out because I'm a dick,
Hmm.
nearest was too close in the middle, so you caught one of the cones. So when you run your orb through the middle, make sure that you're further out than the people who have the tethers.
Basically, once you see your tether, you need to be moving to the other side. There's no getting one. There's no getting one latch GCD in. Once you see it, just move.
Karen also completely forgot to go to his tower.
Oops.
I was like, I'm around D. Where are the towers? I do not see towers.
That's correct.
Oops.
I'm like, I guess I'll just take this ball in the middle.
In the middle. Yes, the best place to take the ball.
You could take all 4 balls. Oh, you could do a strat where you take all 4 balls and LVP out there, right?
Sack strat.
Yeah, a sack strat.
This reminds me of A8. It's not.
That was my bad.
I'm totally looking up this mechanic though in the pug strat tonight. Just, I want to know what they do.
Funny you should mention that.
For the most part, exactly what we're doing.
Fuck!
I
hate this.
I found a picture that I can just post if that's what you're looking for.
Maybe, I don't know, it depends. Sometimes a picture tells the whole story, sometimes it
Front.
doesn't. Front.
Midori this time.
Oh, I got plenty of time. Shit, I got time to get rescued.
Your spot is 2, right?
Yeah.
North south.
I might interrupt your cast though, so I don't know. Like,
That's fine.
but I totally could. I walked through 2.
I mean, I have to go past it anyway to get to the edge.
Look away.
Oh, I cut so fucking close on that.
Get out.
Oh, that's too. No, wasn't my fault, but it was too close. God, if you turn like right as the cone goes off, it's too early actually.
Yeah, you gotta wait like what you said.
I mean, at the very least, it was clipping the inside corner of the square. Cam, it looked like your chain broke, even though you didn't move.
I moved a little bit.
Zero trust.
Oh no, I was moving to try to make it so the cones wouldn't hit the people with the balls.
You didn't move out of your square, though, right?
I did a little bit. I did a little bit.
Back.
Behind. East west. Look away. Get out.
Wait, what?
happened there? Who was I chained to?
I think a couple people had that same question. Because Konada was on my square. Talit was on 4? And somebody else was on...
Tally was on
I was
3.
on 3. I was on
Okay.
3. Because I always go between 1 and 4 for the start of that part.
Okay,
Tally,
well, everybody
were
was
you
on 1,
actually?
3, or 4. So, yes, you were on 4 then.
No, we were on 2, 3, and 4. No one was on 1.
Oh, was I on the wrong spot?
Yes.
Tylee, I didn't see a chain between you and me. Am I going crazy?
I think we got messed up because we made a weird angle notation shape instead because there was no one at 1.
Right, but no matter what, you and I should have a visible tether between us, whether it's a...
No.
No?
No.
Oh, no, I guess if it's crisscrossing, then we wouldn't. Right?
Well, no, we should. We should have one, shouldn't we? Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck
didn't see a
that
tether
was then.
between us. I must be tripping. Safe to say chains got messed up on that one. Let's go.
That's not fighting at all.
That was close. Behind. East west.
Wait, how?
Go away. God damn it. Get in.
What?
Who's stunned?
Oh.
Hence the goddamn it.
Oh.
That's how I interpreted it.
Middle's tower with 3 stacks. Oh. What?
We did it so well, and then we just...
Some people with 4 stacks for me.
That what really happened?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the problem. I think that was just
that couldn't have been the only thing, because at the end of that mechanic, the only people alive were tanks.
Oh yeah, we also need to heal up, but besides that.
Lay in bed.
Hey, look, man. If you almost murdered him, you didn't kill him.
Almost, but did.
One second, I think.
Yeah, no, it's not about the blame. The point is that I know many people in society have a problem with this concept, and they take it personally. So I want to make sure that it's clear that that's not the purpose here. The purpose is just that we're not mashing our head against this, hoping that the number of polls we do is the goal here.
All right.
Yeah, so I think most of us are perfectly fine being called out, like poll of 4 last. Me did not realize I was on 4, and I realized the next poll why I was on 4, which is that I've instinctively been going to the right, but if it's east-west versus north-south, then that puts me on 4, so I need to pay attention, because they're both reddish colors. And I probably didn't notice the difference.
Behind. East west. That is so scary every time.
What is?
Turning the boss around.
Oh.
Like,
When I'm
the
slowed.
Oh, and that. That's a separate issue.
Boy.
My
Oh
problem
my
with
god. Get in. I think I'm
my
gonna be
problem
safe.
personally when it comes to stuff like turning the boss around for mechanics like that is like, what if I got it backwards? Did I just kill everybody because I got it backwards?
Only some people.
Well, it should be every time you should be behind the boss.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, if I was the person who had to make that decision.
Place where you're
Blinding
too far in.
bolts. Too far. Oh, my ball didn't shrink?
Yeah, you need to like just put your toe in to get
Yeah.
the circle to light up, and it doesn't shrink until you've stepped out.
Okay.
Like it doesn't shrink until after.
Yee. Just after those big balls, you know?
And then Konata did the same thing and killed the person at 4.
Oh, well, no, it was Kanata's fault then.
Wait, no.
We're not blaming.
No. Actually, it can be both of your faults.
Damn.
Wait, so I shouldn't just stand right? I can't go that far. Like right.
So
There?
if C is the circle, if C is
mean-
the circle, which is obviously it's smaller, you just put your toe in so the circle lights up. You don't even step in a full step. You just get it to light up and know that you're in it, and then be ready to get out as soon as it goes off.
How is it?
Because if you're like this, like if you have your whole body in the circle, the orb will hit you before you can get out.
Yeah, I was probably
Before it goes
halfway
off.
into it, and that was too close. So you definitely want to be on the edge.
Yeah, you want it to light up, and that's it.
Do the explosions hit the person next to you, or do we not care about that?
They do.
They
So
absolutely
you Get back.
That's why you need to move
All
back.
right, so
Yeah.
I'm a partner with Ifrit. Oops. I'm partner with Ifrit. We are in the very south of the tower. The tower goes off. I'm gonna run out here, and Ifrit's gonna run out there. In fact, we don't even have to run that far. We can be like this close, or even like this
okay.
close. Like that's about as close as you can be without double clipping the explosions.
Right. So,
So,
you're
like-
not necessarily taking the ball in the tower. You have to take the tower and then get out of there with your ball.
Take
Yes.
the tower,
Yes.
I
run
see.
out. In fact, we can even use these little markers. You can run to like this corner of the little like arrow thing.
Yeah.
And take the ball like right here.
It's not actually that far you need to go.
And this will also ensure that you're like if you're standing right here, you will not clip the other person, assuming they're on the opposite side, and you will be far enough out that the ball will shrink one more time before it hits you.
And then as soon as the ball goes off, if you have 3, you need to move into the.
Yes.
Okay.
So if the tower is centered, if the second tower is centered like here or here, I'm not actually sure exactly what the center is, but it's around here. You're going to be standing like here. You're just going to move to like here. That's all you got to move to.
No, you need to be like as far south as possible. I mean, you could be like a little bit, but
Oh,
like
but-
if you're standing right here.
No, that's
then
not what I said. That's
you're
not what I said.
prob-
I said the center's here. You're standing like here.
That's
you
what I'm
just need to
saying.
move like here.
You should be as far south as possible, which means like not to the left and right. I mean, you can be a little bit to the left and right because it's a circle and it's like flatter at the bottom. But if you're like over on this side of the tower, then your ball might be going at a weird angle, and also you might be too close, and you'll get clipped by the other side.
There's
So-
another problem though. You need to claim a side.
Not really. We already determined that the direction you come from is the direction you split. So if the person going south was coming around the 3 side, then they're going in between 3 and C after they run out, right?
Please clearly state a side. Don't.
I mean,
There's
yes.
no reason to not clear a side.
Stand on the left or right of the line, but don't stand like 45 or even like
Yeah.
90 degrees out. But be on as the far south or far north edge of the tower for maximal safeness.
Yeah, like the person coming from B should probably be like between 3 and.
I guess unless they have to cut a really sharp angle to stop their ball from hitting the person on the tower, in which case they might want to run to the other side to make it more through the middle.
Well, if
To cut
they're
the path.
if they're running over to 4 and C, then it's gonna be shorter, and they'll probably get hit by their ball.
It's probably a marginal thing, but the worst scenario in the world is when both people go due south, and then it's not clear, and then they take the balls together and wipe the party for no reason. And they could have just claimed a side, even if it's arbitrary.
Front.
I gotta watch the range
Yeah, you're
on my map.
nowhere near range.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky.
Already on top of 2 though.
Thanks. Don't let me die to this next attack. Actually, I'm not gonna.
Probably will, just don't do anything. There's not enough time to cast on you. Do that.
Okay.
East west.
That is unfortunate.
What?
Oh, whoops.
For what it's worth, I don't have Swift Cast because I need it as.
Get shirk
I
me.
should say use it.
Oh fuck! I know you're dead. Sorry. Okay, now we're fine. This was strategy.
Look away soon. Get in.
You might need to turn off the tank stance.
Oh, did I shirk too late? Or too early, I mean?
No, actually, it's probably fallen off, hasn't it? Probably doesn't matter.
Alright, so the 3 zone.
We're missing one person.
I had 4.
And 4 also.
Placeholder. Right? Yeah.
Yes, placeholder who still has 3 stacks.
I was in there. Unless someone took my spot. Was
Get
definitely
in
in the
the,
middle.
get in the dead center. Dead center, dead center.
What?
Is
Wait,
it axe
what?
kick? Why in the middle for axe
You're
kick?
supposed to eat that hit.
What?
You're supposed to eat that hit because she instantly. Because what she'll do is she'll axe the mirror.
You have a chance to dodge. You can't dodge the axes from the mirrors.
Yeah, you can. Dead center.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
So, I'm not sure what happened there. Did someone see me not in the middle tower?
Or maybe we had our stacks wrong.
Alright, Tim, let's do this.
I mean, I had 3 at
You
the
guys got
end.
this.
If I started with 1, it's 1 from the ball, 1 from the tower. I should be at 3, right? But then
They
I should be at
have
4.
a
They have
lot.
significantly more health.
Good lord, they have a lot of health.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. The Earth and Aether got its stone skin off, and yeah, that's no good.
Oh.
Can you give me a
Okay,
timestamp
okay.
for your stream?
Yeah, I'm actually just looking right now.
Okay, so yes,
That's
for the X
silenceable?
kick, you wanted to get out, but after that, you want to get dead center for when the mirrors.
So we do dodge the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was saying what was for the mirrors and not what was for the X kick itself.
How far out do we need to get? Outside ring?
Probably
So-
not quite. Would say probably right here.
I'm gonna go with outside ring to be safe for now.
Someone might have gotten clipped by one of the ball explosions.
So if it's scythe kick, you basically want to go to a mirror, or if it's axe kick, you want to get out and then get dead.
Makes sense.
I can look at it after, Kanata. We got time for like 2 more.
Okay.
As long as you got like a timestamp.
But like, we were screwed anyway because we had 3 people with 3 stats.
Yeah, and just a reminder, well, whatever, make the poll. I almost fucking pulled with Ifrit because I hit sick, and I was like, ah, fuck defense! I want you all to know how quickly I responded to that. Appreciate it. Like, we're really cool.
Behind. East west.
I don't like bosses that are sticky like that. Where it's like, it looks like you still have aggro.
Wait.
Get out. I got him by a cone.
Well, yeah, you didn't need to go that far diagonal. But also the people with the this is what I was gonna say right at the pole. The people who have the chains, as soon as you see the towers go off, which is also as soon as you see the chains disappear, take like 2 steps just east or west. And that should change the trajectory of the cones so that it doesn't hit the people with the balls.
That's
Like you can just, if you just walk due west 2 steps or due east 2 steps, that's enough to change the angle a significant amount.
so. Just I want to be clear. Who got clipped that time?
Tam was standing about right
It
here
was my cone.
and got clipped by the cone at 3.
I'm asking because I was at 1, and I stepped in. But I stepped like in. I went to like east, northeast, and that was really sketchy because if the healer had moved, we would have killed each other.
Yeah, that's why I'm proposing just walk due east or due west. That way you don't.
Well, if I walk
don't
east or if, for example, I walk west from 1, I'm going to be out of range of melee too. I mean, maybe we're deciding that that's the strategy, but
You can also walk
Mechanics
north
first.
or south to do the same effects.
Yeah,
what?
but you just. So, like,
No.
if you could either walk here
Ah,
or you can walk here. But my point is, if you walk there, you run the
We
risk
could
of
cook each
getting
other.
hurt, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the safe play, and you only have to walk out for literally 1 GCD because the cones go out 1 GCD after the tower. But as long as you're being safe, I'm not going to tell you where to stand.
How about I'm gonna take this way back. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Can we just agree that this inside corner, so to speak,
That should be safe.
we'll just stand there and just not move. That should be fine.
That can be your solution. If you're a person who has more mobility, you can be more safe than that, but that should be safe. That should be safe for everybody.
That's my plan. So
Probably last poll.
yeah, the person who is pulling theirs to A and then moving to northwest, for example, just know like you can't go too far to the east or west. You're going to pull it mostly north or
Use
south.
the little arrow markers on the circle.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying, like, be careful. Don't go east-west.
Behind. Run south.
Frigid needle. Looks like I hit by the line.
For what it's worth, I will not have Swift Cast if I get the thing where I have to kite, because I have to use it for movement.
Boy. Get out.
I ran into a ball.
The sea ball started juking to the side.
I ran directly into mine. So, my bad. Kanata, how do I actually see the recording and not the live?
You have to wait until he stops.
Oh.
No, you don't. You can click on what is it, Fun Times, and it will take you to the current recording.
Click on what?
Here.
No, you should explain how.
Okay,
So
right.
you go to his stream, and you click on his account, or click on videos. I'm hearing myself.
It's so weird.
Yeah, just mute my
'Cause-
screen.
Because the delay is it's just weird.
Alright, so I'm in
Yeah.
his videos now.
So now you see how there's 0 views, Fun Times, and it has
I see
like
it, okay.
2 hours ago or whatever. You click on that.
I got you. Cool.
that will basically show you the stream up to the point at which you clicked on it. So you can always click right near the end.
Gotcha.
All right, good night, everybody.